Hello, everyone.
Oh, maybe not.
Welcome to. Oh, never mind.
Sorry.
Parker,
They
you,
immediately
Parker,
said
you were
my ankle.
speaking.
We'll leave this
Parker,
in
are you
too.
okay?
Start from the first time I say hello, everyone, and it'd be great. Let them know that we prioritize cats over ourselves.
Okay, they
As
they,
we should.
they flopped. We're good.
Cool. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another wonderful episode of The Dice That Bind Us, where we love and support our cat friends. My name is Alex. I use he, him pronouns, and I play all of the characters throughout this lovely story that the people around me do not.
Hi, my name is Dash. I use they, them, their pronouns, and I play Lysander Elias, the Firbolg Paladin to Sylvanas, and Lysander uses he or they pronouns.
Hi, my name's Ian. I play Tepartos III, the Firbolg life cleric of Sylvanas. I forgot who I played. And the two of us both use he, him, his pronouns.
I'm Dakota. I play Garagak, the half-orc barbarian, and we both use he, him pronouns.
I'm Rob, and I play Anook, the Goliath druid. We both use he, him pronouns, although sometimes he doesn't need pronouns.
I'm Zach. I play Tumult, and we use he, him pronouns. And welcome.
I'm Devin. I use they, he pronouns, and I play the elf wizard, Ileana, that uses she pronouns.
My name's Az. I play Temp Bard, the human bard, and we both use they, them pronouns.
I'm so excited to play D&D with you guys.
Right?
Feels like it's been so long.
First new character intro!
First new character introduction. We're super excited for that. And on that note, because we do things oh so differently here at the Dice That Bind Us, who is taking the recap?
Not the blue guy today.
Go for it, Hero. You had your hand raised.
It's an easy recap because last episode was 9/10 of a shopping episode with 1/10 of meeting a new character. We spent a lot of time at Big Lots. We sold some guns and we bought a whole bunch of stuff. And then as we were stepping outside, we met Devin's new character.
Yeah, covered that extremely well. Good job, Hero. Take your point of inspiration as the stereotypical bad French accents would say.
I do also like my one note that is just, I love hearing Alex describe our characters to other people.
I'm bad at things.
No, it's great. I just like hearing how you describe us.
It was perfect.
I like that they're categorized by height as well.
It's a pretty important thing to say when half your party is over 8 feet tall.
And that one doubly so.
And that one's like 12.
A pseudo giant.
Yeah. So we come back after a shocking introduction to Ileana and her agreeing to join with the party in hopes to find a way out of this crazy world that she has found herself. That she has found herself in. You guys are still in the weird cartoon version of Waterdeep, having just remembered your memories about meeting Tumult for the first time on the road here. Not really a full destination in mind, but having accomplished Tepartos breaking past the thing that was holding him back and discovering some very shocking things about himself. The world is yours, friends.
I believe we were running off after Devin's character. I think we scared them with all the giant people.
No, I think she
I
is
think we were
cowering.
going to get a drink.
Yes.
That was resolved. You guys were headed to an inn of some variety.
So where did we go after Waterdeep the first time?
We keep mentioning golden fields.
I suppose that is the next beacon we have any semblance of connection to.
Makes sense, supposedly.
Anook's glowingness leads there, in literal sense.
Well, I mean, the energy from his tattoo does.
Right, but
I mean, I don't think I glow.
If you could cast detect magic, you would see the glow. It's very interesting. You shut up.
Right away, bro. 2 words.
I know I caught myself, which is why I kept it to 2 words. You made me
Okay.
conscious of it.
Welcome to the dice that bind us, where if you don't have an accent, you mirror everyone else's.
That is, so there's a psychological thing that happens with people where you mimic accents after spending a certain time around them. Foreign exchange students coming back will have picked up at least loosely the accent of wherever they were studying from, things like that. Zach does that in the words, "I don't think I glow." Is all that it took.
And the last 6 months of playing together.
Right. Oh.
It's whoever I talk to, so
I'm gonna start just DMing in various accents to see if I can fuck with you.
Secretly, Tumult is a changeling.
we
I'll
love
start
you, Zach.
copying everybody's bet. It was brought to my attention and now I'm conscious of it, so I'm gonna keep messing with myself again.
So yes, you guys
Anyway.
met Eliana, you're headed to an inn. Continue. I apologize for interrupting.
Well, shall we grab a drink and I suppose
I'm never
think-
drinking alcohol again, but sure, we can go somewhere.
I
has
think that
it.
sounds
we
like a
can
good
drink things
idea.
besides alcohol. Tepartos here would love to learn more about our new traveling companion, especially someone from our realm of existence would be
Who, if I remember
nice to know
correctly,
about.
does not remember anything of your life before waking up in this weird toon world, correct, Ileana?
Ileana just nods.
About par for the course. Tepartos could very much use an ale.
What do you mean par for the course? We remember most of our lives up to a certain point.
Well, and Tepartos does not like it here. It does not make sense. Everything is strange. If something's going on, Tepartos is just going to say, yeah, probably, makes sense.
But how can you not like
Par
it
for the
here? You
course.
literally grew like 6 feet.
Tepartos has hit
Yeah,
his head
probably.
so many
It
times.
makes sense.
When we go back, are you gonna?
Do you
shrink
see these
back
bumps?
down?
These are not horns.
Wait, what the? Are you growing horns?
No, I keep hitting my head on everything.
Do giants get horns?
No.
Hmm.
Do we?
Giant demon,
Am I-
maybe.
Wait,
No, that'd
no.
be too hot. Can't do that.
Did you sign the contract from Tempard?
Tepartos needs an ale, and he just walks to the inn.
Perfect.
Closest one.
So last time, well, or at least when we were in the other world, I didn't go with you guys. So you gotta tell me where we're going. I went to the beach.
Oh, I don't think we are following through the rest of everything here.
Well, I get that, but I don't know where the tavern is.
I mean, follow the man who is
Tepartos
bobbing above the
Points
crowd.
across the
I
street.
turn and start following Tepartos.
You guys make your way to an inn, literally empty inn. You guys walk in. It's a nice place. The tables are all less than normal. Some of them are sitting, and the center supporting beam of the table itself is cockeyed in like a lightning bolt shape. And the tables are slightly tilted, so cups are sliding off of them as they're set down.
Is
Some
this
of
a
them are
visual glitch?
something like that. Yeah.
Is this a Bethesda game now?
Oh man, you suddenly just fall through the bottom of the world, and you find yourself looking at all the design script writing for all of the various terrain.
Is there anybody behind the bar?
There is someone behind the bar. There is a very, very, very tall for a halfling man, and by tall I mean he's about 5 feet tall. but all of his proportions have been stretched out like Augustus Gloop from Willy Wonka, where like put in the taffy puller, stretched out as far. That wasn't Augustus, was it? I fucked that up. No,
that was
he
Mike
got filled
T.
with fudge. Right, Mike TV, because he got made small, so they stretched. But very, very almost 2D and elongated. And you see as he moves, he doesn't physically shift. He just picks up and waddles forwards to the bar and looks to you and goes, "Hello!" and just stares blankly forwards.
Hi. DePartos would like an ale, please.
1 ale!
Yes,
See,
please.
he waddles backwards. One of the arms unfolds from itself, and it looks like an origami sheet, like just spreading out, and turns slightly. And this is where you can see he is, in fact, 2D. And his hand slides underneath a mug, moves back over, like puts his hand down and uses his other hand, like bends it over and pushes it off of the hand holding it, and resets into this position of just, "Hello!"
DePartos, please don't throw up in this tavern.
DePartos promises nothing.
Oh,
Thank
wait,
you.
that's a neat trick for serving drinks. How many can you put on your arm like that?
Oh, God.
Huh. One moment. See, he waddles backward and goes, "Ales!" And you see now that there was a window behind that these ales had slid out of. And you see he just like folds his entire arm down flat and bends over slightly so that it's just one flat surface. And the ales come out and slide. And his arm starts moving and shifting and rotating like a conveyor belt. And they just slide up. You see he goes, "Huh," and starts waddling sideways, but his arm stays in place. So it just keeps stretching and stretching and stretching. And he walks into the wall and goes, "In this room, 18.
DePartos throws up.
I'm not paying for those.
I guess it's 18 ales on the house." He like turns, and as he goes to set them down on the counter, they all like fall off of his arm because it's so disproportionate. He goes, "Huh,
More like
Yes, they're on
18
the floor.
ales on the
18
floor.
more ales."
No more ales, please. Oh, God.
His arm slowly fills up. He tries again. They all fall off. And he
Please
goes, "Huh, 18 more ales.
No, thank you. We're good. We don't need any more ales on the house.
No more ales." You see, he just like leans sideways as his hand stays in place and his body is like pulled towards it.
Does the food come out of that window too?
No, oh, God.
"What would you like?"
No food. No, please, no food.
I'm thinking some sort of mutton.
"Mutton." He sets his hand down in stomach pattern, and a little sheep walks out under his hand. "There you are."
How many of those could fit on your arm?
I pick up the little sheep. Well, hello, Mr. Mutton.
In this room.
It looks up at you and goes, "Bleh, bleh."
I set down the little sheep.
DePartos wishes to leave Waterdeep as soon as we possibly can.
While this sheep interaction is going on, the bartender has stepped backwards and set his arm down in a very similar fashion. He slides sideways and goes, "Muttons!" And these little sheep start walking, and they walk to the edge of his now like entirely stretched out again arm, and they just walk and then jump off and walk and then jump off. He goes, "I could not find an answer to your question. These sheep will not stand still. Silly muttons."
Anook will watch this and go, 1, 2.
What is DePartos?
Yes.
You want to carry him out of Waterdeep? Because I think we're leaving.
Goodbye.
I don't want to get stuck with
DePartos
the
is just gonna
Wolf
put like 5 gold on the table, scoop a nuke, and then just walk out the door. No drink, no nothing.
As you guys are leaving, you hear this, "Thank you for your patronage." and you just hear the sound of like a single coin hitting the ground, and oops, oops,
Oh,
oops,
no.
oops, oops.
This is an unholy place.
You hear as the door is shutting, you hear a thump. Ow! Thump. Ow!
I don't think
Thump.
he has
Ow!
pockets.
I would like to
Aw.
take one of the baby sheep.
You pick this tiny. It's not a baby sheep. It is a full-grown sheep that happens to be about yay big. As
Baby
you pick
sheep.
it up, it looks at you and goes, blah!
It's my sheep. I'm taking it.
You walk out with a tiny sheep.
All right.
New plan.
That
Golden
was a
Field?
great.
Yeah, head towards Golden Field, sleep on the way.
Yes, please.
Do we need sleep? It's been
So
not very long. What time of day is it? Dark and full of dicks.
Yep.
Yes.
Garagak, are you gonna eat that? What?
No.
What did you bring it for?
No, this is my friend now.
Oh, what's his name?
I don't know yet.
Sapardos makes that sound, and the sheep instantly looks over at him. Blah!
Well, I guess he likes Tapartos.
I mean, he
What's up,
did
new friend?
make the response to the name Mr. Mutton.
Y'all know that's my RuneScape name, right?
We also know that's your Twitch name.
Oh yeah.
We
Okay,
made
good.
it our purpose.
Okay.
We made it our purpose to bring it up at some point today.
God damn.
I was just like, I didn't think it was actually gonna bring out little sheep. That's awesome. That was even better turn out than I thought.
It's been a couple weeks since we played, y'all. We're a little loopy.
So you guys,
Long day.
it is based on your estimations. Nobody has like the keen mind feed or any of that shit, right? And that is a very tricky thing to keep track of. Moderate estimation, like 4 or 5 in the afternoon.
It's been a bit since we last slipped.
We go to like
Do we have a way to call our cart specifically, or have they just been following us while we went shopping?
They are still sitting outside of Lots' shop.
Oh. Ileana, those are our carts. That are weird tune horses, but they help us. I promise it's less weird than it looks. I mean,
New friend!
it's exactly as weird as it looks, but
Uh,
it's not a bad thing.
I would get in the cart like right now. I'm gonna hop in one,
Hops in.
and I'm going to say, take us to Golden Fields, please.
Okay, and the carts start moving.
oh boy.
We have
This is.
clambered into the carts, I'm assuming, at some point.
Yeah.
I hope Tapartos is still carrying a nook.
Yeah. I'm not gonna put him down until he's awake.
I mean, you could probably set him down in the cart.
Yeah.
You have the one with the skylight you made.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna try to figure out how to get into that while, running with a Goliath in my hands.
Tell horses, please stop for a moment while we load up.
Okay, and the horses stop, and Tapartus' giant body just like roll a dexterity saving throw. This is D&D where we roll dice sometimes.
Oh, great.
Oh,
The one
oh,
I'm
oh, hey.
really good at.
That was a quick nap, eh?
Oh yeah, you just shoved a nook into the back of the thing.
Eat the Goliath.
He might have not done that depending on the dexterity saving throw.
Working on it. It's just there we go. 10.
10. Yeah, no, you eat shit.
Yeah.
Anuk, you wake up sitting with your butt stuck down in a skylight.
Sorry.
It's been worse.
Do you want help out?
Wait a sec.
I think the Bartos' head goes there, and I don't think that'd be very comfortable for either of you.
No. Not the best.
I will wild
There's nothing
shape.
wrong with two bros just sitting on each other. Never mind, I'm gonna stop that joke. Alright, go before.
I'll wild shape into a sheep and hang out with Mr. Mutton.
You turn into a sheep and you just like down into the cart and you're just like bleh. It looks at you. You look at it. It looks at you. You look at it. Its eyes slowly go cross-eyed.
I let mine go cross-eyed.
It starts
Golden
to shake its
Fields.
body a little bit. Do a little dance.
Bleh.
Garagak, your tiny little pet sheep, hops off and moves over to this normal-sized sheep. And you see that it moves to towards the rear end of the sheep and does its best to climb its tiny body up onto the back of the big sheep. You guys can make me go through this whole process, or
I feel like we get the gist.
Yeah.
I'll come out of wild shape. I
Looks,
think this is yours.
I'll take it back. That's a bad mutton.
It just-
B thinks it's a bad button.
Partos hates it here.
Be like, this mutton is raw.
Horses to Golden Field.
you horse, okay, and take off.
Get me outta here.
Garagak, you look at Mr. Buttons, and his eyes are all like spinning, like he's all confused and shit. Like, oh. You guys proceed on to Golden Fields. It's going to take you some time. This is a pretty hefty journey. You
Rest, right?
gather.
Can we long rest in shifts in the carts? They kind of drive themselves, but we
Yeah,
need
if you
someone
want
guide
to.
them.
I kind of need to.
I would like to take some time to attune to Orc Splitter and learn a little bit more about it specifically. We don't have to do that now. Just
Sure. No, you guys are taking rests. You guys can rotate out. You want to have anybody keeping watch? You want to?
If Anook's not sleeping, he's on watch.
I mean, all of us will be on watch at some point.
Yeah.
I will take
Partos
first
will
watch.
active.
I'm relatively okay.
Sentinel head stuck out of the top of the caravan. So
Can I tune to the book that Anook has? Okay, Anook still says no.
You did buy a Helm of Comprehend Languages, so you can. You will have to take an hour to. Let me double check before I misquote myself. It does not require attunement, so you plop that thing on your head, and you can start reading the book. I need you to make me a generic intelligence check.
I didn't give him the helmet.
I thought it was bought for them.
I scooped it all up. I hadn't given it to him yet, including the book.
Oh well, there you go. That's where you're at. Discuss.
Hmm. Why can't I attune to the book, Anook? I don't
There
wanna
are
use it.
reasons.
I don't want to use it. I want to know what it. We've been using it wrong. I want to know what it's supposed to do.
I'm working on that.
You're gonna attune to it?
So, Tempard, you currently do not have the book or the helm, so you cannot read the book. If there is something you would like to do about that, you can do so. If you'd like to do that before we get to the attunements of other items, or if you would rather wait till after I describe other things, let me know.
May I please read the book? I have very many guns. I would like to be able to use them if necessary.
I hand him the book.
May I have the helmet so that I may understand the book as well, please?
I get that, but what I'm worried about is you walking off with the helmet, the book, the guns, or possibly shooting one of us.
I see.
We a family. And sometimes families, we fight, but he's some big power. I worry. I worry about where you've been lately, and here.
Well, it's not been great, but I would like to distract myself for a little bit, but I don't have to deal with that.
I mean, it might be helpful for you to deal with that. I mean, we just made Departos grieve a thing he didn't want to grieve.
No, Tepartos is still in pain and processing this and unable to comprehend truly what has actually happened to either his psyche or his body.
And Nook and I are going to go through something here as well.
And it sounds like you are also on the verge of doing so. So maybe it could be helpful to process a little with your friends. Take this from someone who just did that, and Tepartos does feel better.
When I'm ready to talk about it, I will. Until then,
I just want you to know, we worry. Not just for ourselves, but we worry for you too. And then I'll hand him the helmet.
thank you. I'm going to read the book.
Perfect. Go ahead and give me a generic intelligence check, just D20 plus your intelligence modifier. While you're rolling that, 2 people are attuning. One of these things is going to happen first, then I will address the other. Anuk, you, during the first part of this journey and this rest, attune to the book. You spend some time, you open it, and this is the first time that any of you have poured energy or focus into this book. This is the first time that any of you have spent some time with it. You look it over, you look at the cover, you look at the back, you see where there was originally the smiling face of Lion Dandy, it is now a frown. You open the book to the title page, and you see the word help. You flip through the pages one at a time. The same thing over and over and over. Help, 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 help. You start to flip through the pages as quickly as you can, glancing it over. And as most people do when trying to skim through a book, you start flicking the pages through your fingers and letting them go. And as you do, you feel yourself enter a near trance-like state. The world around you starts to spin. Streams of various colors start spinning around you, and you can't take your focus off of this book. And then all at once, the color disappears, and you're surrounded in darkness. You look up and around, and sitting in front of you, in a cage hanging from an invisible ceiling, you see Lion Dandy. His eyes flicker open, and where there used to be this pale, light purple coloration to them, this faint little glow, you can see that glow, but it's flickering. He looks up at you and goes, "One of you spent some time with my book, I see. I don't suppose you're here to help me?"
I think I'd like to. I think we had you all wrong.
When Master figures out you've come, the end result will not be fun.
I'm a big boy. If it happens, it happens.
Forgive me for my simple rhymes, but I'm afraid we do not have much time.
What can I do for you? How can I help you?
Your choice is 3 is how you help me. These choices are not a yes or a no. Your choices determine what must stay and what may go. To tell you more could end my life. But if you have more questions, I will bear that strife.
I don't want to cause you no more pain. Like I said, I think we had you all wrong. Now, I wanna see you. I wanna see that smile again, yeah?
You see a faint flicker, and as the smile crosses his face, he winces in pain. My book is not special, nor is it unique. I fear it may not grant you the powers you seek. But should you need me once a day, I have one answer to be given away.
I appreciate that, and I'll try not to cause you any more pain, and I'll do what I can to get you out of that.
Thank you, Anuk, for coming before it was too late. My last words of wisdom: the more questions you ask, the darker becomes my fate.
Got it. Thank you. Thank you for all you have done for us. And, well, hopefully we won't have to ask you to do more.
I do like you and your friends, you know. It did not please me to cause you chaos to and fro. Anuk, you feel your presence drawn out. Back in the cart, the book's pages, again, blank. You don't feel any different. You don't feel more powerful or anything like that. But you do gather the sense that once per day, whenever you choose to, you may re-enter that world and ask Lion Dandy one question. Now, the other thing. Our dear to Partos,
Am I in for a world of hurt?
you are attuning to a weapon known as Orc Splitter. A powerful weapon, a dangerous weapon. A weapon that once and always has been wielded by dwarves. As you sit focusing on this weapon, as you sit focusing on the power that you will have, you drift off into a sweet slumber. Your head hanging out of the roof of a wagon falls back ever so gently. The rest of you in this wagon, looking at Partos, hearing him snore lightly, watch as, once again, in not 2 days' time,
Oh no.
Tepartos' body starts to take on drastic changes. His now elongated form starts to shrink down. His arms grow from these slender, toned, muscly things and grow stockier and hardier, bigger. You see, as his head retracts in from this sunroof he has made, his skin changes from this pale green to a dark, dark tan. And you see from his chin starts to sprout a most magnificent beard.
A bigger beard.
A bigger, more magnificent beard. That, as it grows, braids itself. You see his hair, even as long as it was, grows and forms itself into a very tight braid. And as this transformation continues, as changing as his body, so is his gear. His armor extends in the chest and shrinks in length until sitting before you is a 6-foot-tall mountain dwarf. Ian, I need you to go into D&D Beyond,
Oh my god.
and I need you to change your character race
Alex!
to mountain dwarf.
So about those whoopee cushions.
So at this
And a
point,
character?
Ileana closes a book that she's been reading. Says, "You told me you were all different," and goes to open up the door and hop out the.
No, I
about
promise
the
this. It's not. I grabbed her kind of by the scruff of the back of her neck, or the back of her like.
Change
cloak.
race!
This is not normal for us, and it's not like I'm not like violently holding you. It's like this is not typically what happens. This is not to be expected. I think it has something to do with the weapon. I promise we're as normal as we can be here.
I would like to, lean in a little close to Ileana and just be like, I don't know if you've had this talk yet or not, but after a certain point in time, your body starts changing a little bit. And it's perfectly normal.
I will lean over from the back and say, Tepard, wrong talk. Wrong. Are you okay? Wrong talk.
Typically, one does not change into a mountain dwarf when things are Are dwarfs normally that big? That feels big for a dwarf.
Change can be scary, but as long as you're happy in the end, that's what matters more.
Let us see if Tepartos is happy, and I like gently shake him awake.
I'm gonna put a bunch of whoopee cushions around him and slap one on his face.
Lysanders, your hand is going to reach out to gently nudge Tepartos awake. Tumult comes flying across the wagon. Whoopee cushions just tossing them out like Naruto fucking kunai style around Tepartos, and ends with this last one just careening, just full pie face whoopee cushion. Tepartos, you are startled awake.
And as I go to touch him, I probably gently press on a whoopee cushion without realizing it. And it's like,
Yeah.
I did.
You wake up yet again, surrounded by obnoxious noises of flatulence, and your perception is definitely not where it was before, because you are inside the wagon and wholeheartedly.
Damn fart bullet! Great.
Tepartos, may I touch you?
Is everything? Yes.
Yes, I
wait,
stand
where-
him up
I-
and look down at him.
I'm gonna grab his beard and tuck it up towards his face.
Beard now a lovely crimson red color.
Oh, also, I don't know how to change you back.
I think
Oops.
you are
Lots.
No. I'm gonna say no
It's
to that.
fine.
And I'm gonna say it's my fault.
So, when a young man gets to a certain age,
I suppose this is the slightly better talk. 'Cause
there are changes in their body. Sometimes they grow, sometimes maybe not so much.
Anouk, Tepartos was 9 feet. Tepartos was then 13 feet. Now Tepartos is roughly 6 feet. Tepartos is not
Which-
used to this.
I will
Pocket
still-
size now, yeah?
I will still say that you are taller than any dwarf that I know.
As you take a look around and as your arms are flailing, you see your arms are massive. Your legs, as you glance down, are massive. Your chest is filled out to an extent you have never seen.
Tepartos has a dwarven beer gut.
And as you glance over, you see laying next to you Orc Splitter. And that sense of warmth and strength and power that you had felt from it before is striking now. You feel it calling to you to be held.
Well, now you definitely look like you're good at the drinking game that you're good at.
We'll use this on you. And Tepartos reaches out a hesitant, chunky hand, lays it on the weapon, and picks it up.
As your hand gets close to the weapon, it rockets itself into your hand.
Oh!
And you hear in your mind, "Oh, it's been a right long time."
Excuse me?
No one said anything.
No, just, you be... Hello,
Is it Ivan?
Ivan? No.
He
Ivan
did like
doesn't
to
sound
talk in people's
this.
heads.
What or who is an Ivan?
So you are not Ivan. Are
No, I am Gungrar.
you... It is nice to meet you, Gongrar.
You've surely heard of Gungrar Orc Slayer.
Has Tepartos heard of Gongrar Orc Slayer?
Make a history check.
I'll say I think technically I did because I was the one that history checked Orc Splitter.
But you never knew the name of anyone.
Yeah.
You got the
right.
vague visions of things.
That's a 3.
No, you
So
have
glad you
never
didn't
heard of Gungrar Orc Slayer.
Mr. Orc Slayer.
Gungrar is fine.
Mr. Gongrar. There seems to have been a bit of a whoopsie, so to speak. See, Tepartos is now a dwarf. When Tepartos had not
What
previously...
do you mean you are now a dwarf?
Uh,
Only a dwarf can wield the power of Orc Splitter.
Well, Tepartos came upon Orc Splitter, heard Orc Splitter calling to him, and attempted to get to acquaint himself with your beautiful, phenomenal weapon, by the way. But in the process of doing so, Tepartos fell asleep as a furbolg, who Tepartos has been his entire life, and
Those tall, scrawny little shit farts, the fur bulbs.
yes, the forest ones, yes. Descendants
Forest.
of giants, all that jazz. The trees outside.
I know what a forest is. I'm not a
I-
fucking idiot.
Tepartos is sorry. Tepartos is very flustered.
You're insulting my intelligence. We've known each other for
No,
30 seconds. Is this how you want this relationship to be?
no.
Insults and hatred.
What relation?
That's what you push for.
How's my relationship with Jennifer?
May Tepartos start over.
I think Teparto should start over.
Tepartos would first like to apologize for either assumptions or perceived slights. They were not at all his intention. Tepartos has had a very hard week, and is just struggling a little bit with the events that are going on and just asks for patience while we navigate this seemingly new relationship that we have together.
Right. I know what will fix this.
What is that?
You feel in your now standing position at roughly the 3.5 foot mark on your body. You feel the warmth and pressure of someone giving you a big hug.
Does his facial expressions visibly change as this happens?
Or is he talking out loud?
He's talking out loud. You guys are hearing half of this conversation.
Oh, you thought I had problems. Okay.
Ileana just points and looks back at Lysander and just points at this going on.
I understand. This is.
Bartos just kind of.
Ileana, we can go to the other cart.
It's been.
I will.
So
I
as
will
you
also
as you go to
back
hug,
Lysander up. This doesn't normally happen. Other than the whoopee cushions, I do that to him a lot. But
as you
that.
go to hug back to Partos, you feel a staunch and hardy body there.
Bartos, what is happening?
Bartos is having a conversation with Grungnar Orcslayer.
Gungrar.
Gungrar. How do you spell that, if you do not mind my asking?
G-U-N-G.
Oh, thank you.
R-A-R. Gungrar.
Rar, yes. Orc Slayer. 2 words, 1 word?
Oh.
It's hyphenated.
Oh, hyphen. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, good thing there's no orcs here.
Yes. That is.
It's not like that, right? Like I'm not expecting you to go and slay every orc under the sun.
Oh, no.
Just the bad ones.
Right.
So if that guy's a bad one.
No.
This.
No, he's very much our friend. He's a good.
Can this invisible ex-dwarf hear us?
Yes.
He says yes.
Can
What?
you definitely not kill that one then?
That's not up to me. I'm not the one swinging the scythe.
He says that is not up to him. He's not the one swinging the scythe.
Bartos, you kill him, I swear to God.
I will not be killing Gerigak or anyone else for that matter.
Well, you'll be killing people. That's what we're here for.
Well, the Partos does not like.
Bartos, you've killed people. You literally killed your best friend Gum Gum.
Tumult?
What the fuck is a gum-gum?
He was my friend. Tumult.
Are all
That
your
would
friends
fix
as
that
soft and
some of
mamby-pamby
our
as a
issues.
fucking gum-gum?
Ileana, I promise it is not always like this.
Really?
You're
This
welcome.
is kind of
be-
par for the course. I don't
It's
feel
par
like it's
for the
mine
course.
for the kids.
It is not supposed to be like this in the realm. It's in this weird chaos realm that we're in right now. I blame Dandyland. It's probably not the reason for the site, but the reason.
What is a dandyland? What are these things they're
It's
talking
just-
about? None of these things actually exist anywhere. Your friends are
do here.
fucking loonies and they need to be put
Oh,
down.
he needs
No,
to
they
look
do not need to be
outside.
put down. They are fine. They're not loonies. Long
needs-
story short, it is the year, whatever this year is.
The year of this year, we all know.
It is the current way past whenever this was last wielded.
There's a plague.
And
You know about the talking horses?
we are not in the primaterial plane where you likely grew up, where we also did.
There was only the one when I
Right.
grew up.
Well, now there are many, and this.
What happened? What did you furbolgs do?
Oh, we did not do anything. This was the act of the gods and the giants and the dragons and all sorts of other sunderings and everything everywhere. Originally, we were trying to stop the ordering with the giants, but oh fuck, shit's gone way off the rails since then.
The ordering of the giants is out of hue.
Yes.
What of
actually.
the All-Father? What of the All-God of the giants?
I
Shouldn't
believe.
he be setting this right?
I think he's either dead or missing. We have problems, my friend. We have many, many problems. The first one is getting out of this realm. We found you here, in this realm, in this abandoned place of chaos. The Partos was told of the value of this weapon and of its potential help, especially with the fact that there was such Partos does not know how to describe it besides positive radiance coming from you are. Would you like me to refer to you as the scythe and the scythe as you, or are you two separate? Are you? How do you prefer this?
Or the scythe is a fucking scythe.
Right.
So,
Wait. Are you like the spirit of Gungrar possessing Tepartos' body? Is that why Tepartos is a dwarf?
I am Gungrar.
Yes.
You are
Tepartos.
Departos. I'm going to call you Shitstick. You are Shitstick. I am Gungrar.
This seems like a healthy relationship.
You will earn your name when you prove yourself worthy of a true dwarven name.
Tepartos is not a dwarf, though. Tepartos is a furbolg.
Has
And his name
Departos
is
seen
Tepartos.
himself lately?
Tepartos understands what his body is doing. Can you see Tepartos? Can Tepartos see you?
Wait, Tepartos, is he also making fun of you for being a dwarf?
Jesus Christ! I mean, Sylvanus tumbled!
Does Departos want to see Gungrar?
That would be nice to have a face.
As soon as you
to
say
the name.
that, this dwarf appears in front of you.
Ah!
The rest of you see a dwarf in front of you.
Ah!
Whoa.
Is this Gungrar?
Oh, that looks
Turn.
cool.
His ability. I can do that too.
You guys see this
You can
looks
do that?
almost identical to Tepartos. This
How's
That-
it?
average
makes sense.
height dwarf, this 4.5 foot tall dwarf, completely decked out in this tumult. You recognize immediately, just on the shape of this armor, this was the person in your vision when you were first thinking about stuff.
That's the guy I saw.
This
Wow, really?
solid.
Yes.
The armor itself looks like it's almost 6 inches thick of this sheer, you can't tell if it's metal or stone, but it is shining and crimson.
Yo, that dude was badass in that vision. That was dope.
You see Gungrar turns around and addresses all of you. Greetings, shitsticks.
We are
Not as cool, but I'm assuming that's why he was arguing about his name being Tepartos, and I'm already a fan.
I haven't been shit stick since I was on the ship.
You from a ship?
Yeah, well,
What the fuck is a Goliath doing on a ship?
we special.
I
He's
can
from
see that.
an island, actually.
wait. You can hear him now?
Yes.
Always heard us.
Oh.
We can see him now, too, Tepartos.
Well, we know. I know that you can see him now, but he did not know whether or not you could see him.
Are you a member of our party now?
No.
Me? Oh.
I know.
Are we a
you
member of
look
your
so-
party now? You seem to have taken command really quick.
I have that effect on people. I'm a natural born leader.
I
That's good
definitely
because
saw
we
that.
kind of need one.
Oh, I'm not your leader.
Fuck.
I'll only be here for another 30 fucking seconds, and then
No label.
I'll go back to, living at my paradise.
Enjoy your paradise, yeah?
I plan on it.
Well,
Can you please?
thanks for being a
give
badass. Bye.
Tepartos
You're
a
welcome.
rundown of what exactly is going on here, please.
Sure. And he disappears.
So, Tepartos, are you permanently a dwarf now?
I think we should wait till he has his time with that dude because it seems important. He was saying
Partos, do remember to go into D&D Beyond and your character builder and readjust your, make sure that it readjusted your attribute bonuses.
It did.
Good.
My wisdom is now lower. My constitution is now higher.
Good. Glad we're here.
Oh, cool.
Thanks.
More tank.
and
First caster.
as stated earlier, I extend my hand to Ileana, and I will use my winged boots to fly us to a different cart because I said we could leave this one.
Yeah, you guys can shift to the other cart. Ian, remember that I love you. And
Why do you do this?
Technically, you did that.
pardon,
Because he
why
loves you.
do I do this? Why do I force you to attune to items that I have made explicitly clear have only been wielded by
So
dwarves?
this would be very
That is a
funny if
very
Garagak-
strong, warming presence.
If Garagak did, in fact, attune to this.
I don't wish I would have now.
That would have been an interesting conversation.
Gargak will just laugh and point
Alright,
it to Partos
so
and tell him how funny
There
he
is
looks.
nothing saying you have to stay attuned to it.
Yeah, you can
That's true.
unattune.
That is just a choice you made.
That is true.
Are you just like this forever now?
Forgot that I have 2
Departos
items that
does
require
not know. He maybe if he unattunes to the item, he will go back.
Do you want to be a dwarf?
Not really. Departos liked who he was.
Do you want the scythe?
Well, kind of. It's pretty cool.
If it works like that, oh good.
You're near the cart going.
Okay, true. Yeah, roll it out of there.
If it works like that, could we weaponize this and have like a spring-loaded Tapartos?
Tuning takes a while.
You know what I'm talking about? Like, I'll just pick him up as the 6-foot dwarf, and then we'll unattune and just boom, 13-foot giant. You know what I'm talking about?
A battery to Partos?
Unattune no jutsu.
This is dungeoneering to Partos.
This is travel size to Partos.
If anyone would like, they can make an Arcana check about this condition.
I would
If
love.
I was
I'm
still
so
there,
good at that.
but I left because I
You
got
guys,
threatened.
you guys can
Okay.
still make it if you would like. You can all be processing this information.
Oh yeah, no, I am definitely trying to
19.
figure out what went down, but I
Finally.
love it. I got a 15.
Come on.
Ew, that was a bad roll. Gross.
I have a neg one.
Loading. Oh, your phone.
Not gonna lie, I'm really glad I gave that site to Partos. I can only live with one person inside my head, who's not even there right now.
There it goes.
Ah, damn, you rolled higher than me. Why do you plus 9?
I got a 19.
Whoa, spoilers.
I was what the fuck. I was waiting to see what the other rolls came out, but 19 is good enough. You get the sense as you're sitting here and you're focusing. You bend your head. It's been a long week. It's been a long couple days. You bow your head and you think and you wish more than anything just that you were a Furbolg again. And as you're sitting here, eyes closed, you feel your head bump into a canopy. The rest of you that are still in the cart watches Tapartos expands back into his natural form.
I'm assuming from the other cart, we see his head poke back through the top of the other one.
Yeah. Your stats remain the same, unfortunately.
Wait, so I still have dwarf stats?
You do.
Okay.
Um,
Am I still attuned to the weapon?
you are still attuned to the weapon.
Okay.
You, for all intents and purposes, I do not have a way to override. If you can figure out a way to override it, I will let you change your stats back to Furbolg stats. But the item itself can only be attuned to by a dwarf or a paladin.
If only we had a paladin in the party.
I can tell you the effect would have been the same. So,
I would have been a little red dwarf.
what I will let you do, because I don't want to be a complete dick and dick over your casting modifier that you've worked so hard to get higher. If you want to manually override your stats to go back to what they were originally, do so.
Very nice of you.
What?
Considering,
I mean, I've made this
extra
decision. I don't
extra
want to
health.
The
That's
health is
totally
great.
fine. That's totally fine, Ian.
So,
I'm not. If you are cool with keeping it, that's
Yeah.
cool. But
mean,
I
there was
also
some-
break a lot of hearts all the time in this game, so I don't
no,
want to.
This isn't heartbreaking. This is just
This
like
is to
I
Partos.
Ian is having a lot of fun. Tapartos is having a total breakdown. But I think I'll
I
stay
can
with
tell
it.
you, I would prefer if you kept it because I
Yeah,
think
I'll
it's
keep it.
unique and it's fun.
I'll definitely keep it.
Also, you get all the other cool dwarf shit.
Yeah.
Welcome back, everybody. Sorry, weird technical stuff going on. Some internet losses and all that jazz.
Shit broke.
What we were discussing when things started going a little haywire is that Tepartos now has an ability that comes with a few different homebrew sources that I tried to track down sources for, and I couldn't. If you're one of the people that decided that the ability with Orc Splitter that comes is Shape of the Dwarf, let us know if you don't want us to use this, and we'll adjust as necessary, and we'll make those changes for you. And if you're cool with it, thank you so much, because I thought it was a really wonderful idea, and I really wanted to incorporate that. So also, if you reach out and you happen to see this, let me know, and I will personally thank you, give you a huge shout out for it, or we can discuss that. Toss a comment on the video, and we'll be in touch for sure. Anyway, Shape of the Dwarf lets Tepartos shift between his Furbolg form, or now giant form, and dwarf form. He shifts between, he is a medium creature for all capacities, but there will be some other stuff we have to go through as far as the giant stuff goes, but that's all stuff for me to worry about, not you guys. So let's play some D&D.
Okay. So
diving back in, you guys are traveling to Golden Fields. You keep your watches because we spent so much time on all the attuning stuff and all that stuff. You guys had a peaceful travel. It's all super fun. You guys can take your long rest that you needed or wanted or what have you. Everyone is attuned to the things they wanted to attune to, unless I am mistaken and we need to go over anything else.
I mean, I was reading the book.
Right, and you got a 24 on your intelligence check. I got you. You make it through. So to describe the book and how it's going to work for you and for people at home, this book is 20 chapters long. It goes into the ins and outs of firearms. It goes through how to fire them properly, how to like maintain them, things like that. It also goes through things like crafting your own ammunition. It goes through places to some examples of places to source the stuff to make your own ammunition. Pretty much everything you would need to know to become proficient in firearms. So with the book, every time that you spend your downtime of a long rest reading, I will give you an intelligence check. Based on the intelligence check and how well you do, I will give you your progress through the book. So on this first night with the helm on, reading through it, you have gained through 2 chapters of this book.
Only 18 more to go. And 2 items to attune to that I haven't done yet. We'll get to that.
Okay.
I figured I was reading the book instead of attuning items, so I'm not going to mess with them
fair.
right now.
Sounds good. I appreciate your candor. You guys arrive at the town of Golden Fields, or rather, what's left of the town of Golden Fields. It's in ruins. And as you get to the gates themselves, a whole heaping of memories comes flooding back to you. All of your memories of the assault on Golden Fields, of the lovely people you met, all of their little errands they wanted you to go on. But more importantly, you guys have a memory of what you guys did while you were here. You remember Tempard, you remember planting this tree, doing everything you could to protect the shrine at the center of this town, the thing that gives this town lifeblood. And as I said, that shrine still stands. Anuk, you remember meeting the druids and getting your tattoo. You're at Golden Fields. What would you like to do?
I would like to cast Detect Magic. on his tattoo.
I mean, detect magic's a radius, not a specific target.
Well, yeah. Specific. I'm gonna be looking at the energy lines for his
For the
tattoo
purposes
that I
of
saw.
that, where are you guys in Golden Fields?
I think we should be at the shrine
Yeah, I
since
think
that's
heading
where
to
we
the-
were.
Big mound.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Nah.
Yeah.
Perfect. You guys are right at the center of town in that at that shrine. You cast detect magic. The tattoo is glowing, and you see the spider web of these energy lines connecting to everything natural around you.
I'm looking for the big one, or the differently colored one.
There is no big one anymore. But the change you do notice is instead of being that bright forest green color it was before, that color is permeated with these small black veins that run through it. You also detect magic, obviously off of the metric fuck ton of magic items your party has. The shrine in the center of town is giving off a blinding amount of magic. But even through this blinding light you're looking through, this powerful, bright green energy, you see at its core, not even at its core, not even in the shrine itself, but underneath it, just below the surface of the ground, directly beneath this tree trunk, a pitch black source.
I'm gonna touch it.
You can't touch it. It is not above ground or visible by any capacity besides detect magic. What you do learn is this is... Ooh, hold on. I had this prepared. Sorry, guys.
Good.
Grab a blanket.
I remembered the details of it. I didn't remember what school of magic this was. Necromancy.
Huh. I will come back to that. I want to see where that one line with the black energy now in it, like
It's
where it
all
leads.
of it.
Oh, it's all of it.
Every one of those spider webbing natural things, for whatever reason, being in Golden Fields itself, it seems like the connection to nature is tainted.
Okay. And that is the main one connected to anything I can see here, like the.
There is no main one anymore. It's gone.
Oh yeah, it's just gone.
Since you said that nature itself is tainted, do I perceive the taint and the difference in the nature?
Make an insight check. That is going to be my next step. I just wanted to make sure Zach was done asking his questions. Because I'm a compassionate DM that wants to give my players their time.
Oof.
Anuk, nature's your thing.
Yep.
You know nature. You might not know the intellectual side of nature as well, but you know nature. You look down and around. You see everything looks like it should after a few days after a burn.
I'm proficient.
Yeah, I know you are, Coda.
I'm also proficient.
You see everything at first glance looks normal. There have been fires here. The attack that you guys stopped in the Prime Material happened. But you weren't here to change the tides of the battle. And then it hits you. There's no animal sounds. You glance around you and you see birds flying, but only off in the distance, as if they're giving the town of Golden Fields itself a very wide berth.
There's something not right here, guys.
Oh, there's something very not right.
You look down at the grass around you. You crouch down low. You pluck a single blade of grass. And as you look at it, you see the inner veins of this blade of grass, almost invisible, have a pale black coloration to them. You take a nibble of the grass. Not the first time, by any means. Instantaneously, you feel like throwing up.
Yeah, there's something foul about this place. The mana not right here.
You take a bigger glance around, and having sort of attuned yourself to the situation, you start seeing signs all throughout the town of Golden Fields. You remember that the walls themselves were made almost naturally. That the logs and the bindings of the walls themselves were all made, and as you guys watched in your first time here, remade by natural magic. You take a glance around at these walls and you can see, you never would have seen this at first glance, but looking with that keen detail, you can see the wood itself and the grains. Every line of the grain has a hint black hue to it, as if everything in this area has been tainted somehow by something.
As someone close to the worship, is Shantea still here? Can I tell?
Roll a religion check.
Ugh. Guess who's not proficient in religion?
Garagak, you did roll
I'm
nature.
proficient.
You did get a 15. Something ain't right.
I'm proficient in religion too.
You got 14? Something religious is afoot.
I knew it.
You did know that because you know that this entire place
God.
is Shantaea's domain on the prime material.
I only got the 9.
I only got a 9.
For a paladin, I'm not very good at religion. I am a protector, not a worshiper.
You don't see. You know the fact that the grass is still growing, that the trees are still standing, that the walls are still even remotely intact, and that this shrine still exists, means that Shantaea has to be here. Her presence still has to be anchored to this spot. But it's definitely not as strong as it should be.
Shantaea is also being blocked here. She was the domain of Golden Fields. She let this place thrive, and it wasn't. Do you think it's worth for me even to try plant growth and see what happens?
I would say no. You can cast detect magic, right?
Theoretically, I don't know if I have it prepared. My
Oh,
shield
no.
can, I think.
Yeah, there's if you want to look at it, I'm not saying waste it to do so. There's a giant pool of necromancy magic underneath that tree.
Necromancy.
It is some black magic. I don't know what's going on. It's not affecting the tree from what I can't really look at the tree. It's very blinding green magic. It is very beautiful. But Underneath it, not so much. And I pointed to Nook's tattoo. That thing's being affected by it because of how connected to nature it is.
So I go up and touch the shrine. So Shantea is still here, but she is being blocked.
Your hand immediately burns.
Ah! Shantea is angry with me.
I don't know about angry with you or just that's
Think
kind of
from-
the protective bubble that they have to use to stop what's underneath.
Onyx,
Sounds
same
like-
thing. As you touch it, every time you feel this fierce burning.
That's not okay.
So she is being throttled by whatever this. Do we dig it up?
Maybe is there a way to get underneath the town? Catacombs, anything like that? Do we know?
Did the inn
We
have
have
a
a
wine
mole.
cellar?
No, we have a
I
badger
cast
mole.
speak with plants.
As soon as you cast the spell, you hear agonizing screams of pain from all around you.
Oh, that's not good. Oh, yeah. I know you're hurting, but can you tell me what's going on? Why are you hurting? Yeah.
All of you hear, in response to this question being asked,
Oh no.
you glance up
Oh no.
and you see half burned,
Oh no.
fallen apart, a very, very once friendly and helpful treant. But I
Live
don't
for
remember
laughs.
them. Live for life. Yeah, look at
For
you.
laughs.
I
Oh,
controlled
wait.
him. I
Let
don't
me
know
look
why I
at-
remembered.
Let me look up the name of this guy again real quick. I don't have much time.
What is poisoning you?
DeVartos, you kind of gotta give him time to speak.
Sorry.
The druids are gone. They left us to die.
That don't seem like something druids would do, yeah?
No. For centuries, I've known them. They have always come. Not this time.
So, question, as I'm thinking, as Rob, not as a Nook. Would the druids that stopped the fires and regrew everything here in the prime material, would they have come from here and just not have come back?
Anuk, you look long and hard into your memory. And in all reality, that memory is very fresh in your mind. You think back and you remember some key details about those druids. All of them had something off about them. Some of them slightly elongated features. Some of them didn't speak.
I think I know where your druids went, yeah? I don't know if they can come back.
One person. You all can decide who. Make an insight check.
Probably Nook. I only have a +6.
Yeah.
Mine is shit now that I lost Oathkeeper.
Sorry.
It's not your fault.
This person will roll with
Bardic
advantage
Inspiration.
because it's something all of you guys are doing. So advantage with a Bardic Inspiration from Tempard.
Ooh, and a guidance.
And a
With
guidance.
Yes.
Oh my. I guess
Anybody want to add a bless on top?
I can if you need it.
Bless doesn't help ability checks.
No, it
Bless
doesn't.
does not help ability checks.
I'll give
But
it
in
a
case
shot.
there's a saving throw. I mean, in case there's a saving throw.
With advantage.
Oh no!
That's pretty good.
So are you a Toon Dwarf?
Is it a D8 on the
Your Bardic right now.
D4, right?
Bardic is a D8.
Bardic
Oh,
and then
it's
D4.
Yeah.
Guidance is a D4.
That's what it was.
30.
so a 30?
30.
That's it.
I'm going to take the gentle hint that
13.
I was going to give you, and I'm going to expand upon that. For those of you at home, yes, I'm very kind to my players when I give them hints, but I also, as a DM and as a person, have a tendency of throwing the most ridiculous, inane things that make a lot of sense to me and throwing them at my players who are not me and expecting it to make sense to them. So don't judge me. I want them to be able to figure stuff out. And I make dumb puzzles sometimes. So you think back. They didn't look like people from here look. They weren't
Okay.
extravagant. They weren't over the top. But the fact that they didn't speak, the fact that they showed up right at the exact moment they were needed. And the fact that they used magic you had never seen a druid do in your entire life. You don't think they were from here,
But they weren't from there either.
but you know that they were not from there.
Could they have been, for lack of a better term, wanderers? Is there a plane of... There is a plane of nature. We have been explained this several times, correct? Does Dandelion have the power to pull creatures from other planes?
To answer your question real quick, generally the plane of nature is considered to be the Feywild. You, from your base knowledge of the Feywild, they were not from there.
Could it potentially be that whatever it is that we did, they were able to get there and fix it? However, with us not being here, perchance Dandelion or whoever was able to infect this place with this magic that is now blocking them from being able to come here?
Dandelion pulled them there to prove a point to us.
He did.
Did he keep them there?
Did he take the people from here to punish this place?
I'm gonna
Good.
take out my spider web and I'm gonna write down the druids with a question mark, circle it, and put it back.
Your spider web?
My little crazy person's conspiracy theory sheet that I told you I was drawing.
Okay.
Right.
I was like, huh?
I also
Why'd
had
you write on a
confusion.
spider web?
Seems like it'd be terrible paper.
Yeah, no, it is. But yeah, no, my conspiracy theory paper. That I don't think I've let anyone see, and I'm gonna try to keep it hidden for now because it is still in my very jumbled thoughts.
So as we're sitting here and we're thinking of this through and we're trying to suss out what's going on, I'm gonna just really. I mean, I've got the time to take in all the screams and the pain and the animal or the plants. And I'm just going to try to connect and see if I can't figure out intuitively how to help them and how to get rid of that taint. Yeah.
And is there, from my knowledge, is there any way I can try and heal Liverlas with plant things? Or
You
is he just
can
lost?
make a nature check.
That one I can do.
Tree Man, is there a way to get under the city?
18.
First, Anuk. You reach out, and at this point, Liferlas is weak. You gather that he had been sitting and waiting, trying to preserve what energy he had for someone to come and help. You reach out and you feel you almost spin around in a circle, looking, trying to feel, your eyes close. And when they open again, you are looking at Liferlas, who is laying obviously in drastic amounts of pain. And you hear, not in a language that anyone else can understand, but it feels as if the plants around you are carrying the message to you specifically. Find our friends. They must be close, or the great goddess would be gone from here. Lysander. 18. You approach Liferlas. You look at what is ailing him. You see the burns, you see the battle wounds from what had taken place here. And you know you could fix those like you could fix anything else. And then you see from his large mouth a long drip of pure black liquid. And you know that whatever is tainting him, because he is a part of the nature here, you can't fix, at least not with the magic you know. Tummel. You look at Tree Man and ask him if there's any way to get down here or to get underneath here. And there's no response.
Is my detect magic still going?
Yes.
Okay. How does he look to me? Is it like fading fast or already gone?
You can't. He is just
Oh.
an organic life. He is not magically created. He is an organic creature. Like he is natural. Well, as natural as D&D creatures get, but you know what I mean. He's not like an enchanted tree.
Okay.
There's something missing. I think I need you guys to help. We need to remember what was here in our world and what is not here right now.
Well, for one, the druids.
But there's
whenever-
something
whenever
else
they
I
were.
need to do. And I'll walk over to the tree, to the Trent, and I'll cast Greater Restoration.
You cast Greater Restoration on the tree.
Yes.
And you see almost immediately this newfound resolve crosses his eyes. The rest of you watching this, what does you casting the spell look like?
I walk up to it. I rub my hands together to get them warm. I set them on the bark and I start to sing. And I sing of trees and I sing of air and I sing of water. And I sing of all the things that the trees will bring into them and then share with the world. And I just put as much positive energy into it to make it, to help him.
You do so. The rest of you watch this song.
It's not in common either. It's in
Right.
our dialect of giant.
Yeah. You guys watch as this song takes to the sky. And for a brief moment, nothing happens. And then you all see a large eagle sails directly over the skies of Goldenfield. And as your eyes are drawn to this eagle, you hear a resounding thud on the ground next to you, followed by another. And as you glance towards the source of the sound, you see Lifferlos is pushing himself up off the ground. These two massive arms moving his body back to his upright position after having dragged himself to you to try to get this last plea of help out. He is wounded. He is in dire straits, but he has a look of resolve in his barky eyes that you have never seen in a creature before. He looks over to Anuk, and out loud where all of you can hear once more, "Thank you. With everything I have, thank you." What can I do to repay my debt?
Everything around us is telling me that something's not here. Something's gone. The druids. Was there something else? We need to find the druids to come back and help you more?
This place rests upon an ancient temple. This used to be the druid's home. No one has been there in centuries. But it's the only place I can think to look.
How do we access it?
Follow me.
I will follow him
Yeah.
wherever he may go.
I'll look over to Ileana and point to a nook and say, now that's normal. He's the good one.
The tree looks like damaged still, right?
Yeah, he looks super fucked
Mhm.
up.
Yeah.
Ileana runs up to him and like gives him like a hug on like his leg or whatever, and I'll cast Cure Wounds to it.
Okay, go ahead and roll that.
You and your one level of cleric.
My 1 level of cleric.
That sounds like someone else.
But this one's curing people.
Hey, I cast Cure Wounds
This one
last
does
time.
clerics.
I cast
Oops,
Cure
all
Wounds.
Clerics
religion.
is funny.
So
Uh,
26.
Immediately, there is a new spring to Lifferlas's step. Nothing regrows, unfortunately, but you do see that some of the burns grow back into solid pieces of bark. You see some of the gashes and the broken off pieces of bark that were broken by the goblin capults that you guys fought against mend themselves and fix. And he looks down at your small frame and goes, "Thank you, little one.
Look up and smile and wave.
Would you like a ride?"
Holds arm out, nods.
You see one of these giant arms reaches down and several small branches wrap off of it and surround you and picks you up and sets you very Merry and Pippin style right on his shoulder. And he starts lumbering forwards as you guys follow. You see he travels to the very back end of Goldenfield, somewhere you guys had never really been or explored when you were there the first time. And the walls themselves, as he approaches, pull themselves apart and open. Little one, if you look inside my trunk at the very top, you should see a small green stone.
I'll go and look in the trunk and look for the small green stone.
Perfect. You kind of like clamber up a little bit and look down, and sitting in almost the center of Lifferlas's large body, you see the wooden grain that makes up most of his body fades away as if it was an illusion. And sitting in the center is a green gemstone that you don't really recognize what kind it is. It's not an emerald or anything like that, but it's shaped like a leaf. Take that. Take that, please. It is the key to the temple.
I'll carefully reach out and try to pick it up.
You take it. Lifferlas gently sets you down on the ground. This is where our tales cease their meeting. Save my town, as I have failed to. And with one last smile, you see Lifferlos's roots that he carries himself around on sink into the ground. You see his arms, these large branches that stretch off of him, form up and take on awkward angles and solidify in place and start to sprout new leaves. These ones for sure untainted by whatever darkness poisons this place. And you see this large face that had formed out of this tree trunk smooths over, but you swear you can still see the large smile of someone who is proud of the people that wanted to help save his home. And that's where we're going to end the episode. Thank you, everyone, so much for joining us on this roller coaster of an episode that we've been through. Come back next week to join us inside of
A
the
real
Temple of
actual
Golden
dungeon.
Fields, an actual little dungeon crawl for our lovely D&D group here. Coda's first ever dungeon crawl.
Yes.
It'll be a lot of fun. The
It's
base
also my first ever dungeon crawl.
Yeah.
and Devin's first ever dungeon crawl. Holy shit. STK at its base, it's a fun module. It's a really good, like, loosely pick up and go kind of module. Let your players play around in a sandbox for a little bit, but man, is it lacking on the good old fashioned dungeon crawl. And we have gone on for months playing this without doing one. I'm so excited.
I am stoked.
I don't know what I'm in for, but yeah.
We will
I'm
see
here
you
for it.
guys
Of
next
a
week.
dwarf.
We will see you guys next week, and I hope you guys are excited as I am to see where this goes, because I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. So with that, have a wonderful rest of your night. Stay safe, make good choices, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.